Good morning, this is Vicki.
And this is Jo.
And we're the Two Natural Ladies.
And we talk about the good news we all need and ways of getting the most out of life.
We help people with practical, uplifting ways we can all make a difference.
And we're striving for better, not perfect.
And we love a good laugh. Please enjoy the show.
What have you got there, Jo?
I've got this book.
Yes.
Thrifty Household. More than 1,000 budget-friendly hints and tips.
I feel like I need to be wearing, like, what Elizabeth Montgomery wore in Bewitched.
Oh, do you?
Yes, and flit around the house with my perfect house.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it's collected wisdom from the Country Women's Association of Victoria. So, yeah. So that they talk about all sorts of things. Cockroach baits. Take a deep round plastic container, grease the inside with margarine or oil, and pour a little cheap wine or port in the bottom.
Oh, they like a good drink.
Yes, I think it's one drink for them and one drink for the cockroaches. The smell attracts the cockroaches to climb in and then they can't climb out.
Well, that's the same with the snails. Apparently snails are attracted to beer. You put a little bit of beer in the bottom of a cup in the garden.
Right.
And they climb in and can't get out because they're too drunk.
I'm going to tell my mum that because my mum hates cockroaches with a passion.
Yeah.
And then there's things like...
I don't see cockroaches anywhere. Does she see cockroaches?
Well, she talks about them.
Oh, gosh. Anyway, sorry.
No, that's all right. I was just looking at the sewing hints. There was something here. Oh, yes. A needle is easier to thread if you spray a little starch, beeswax or hairspray on the end of the thread first.
Oh, yes, because how many hours have I sat there and tried to thread that needle?
What a great idea. I like that one. Yes.
I've actually been shown another way to do that, where you loop the thread around the needle, which seems a bit counterintuitive, and then shove it through.
That's a good idea. There's a lot of information in here that I probably never will do anything.
No, where did you buy it?
I did buy it.
Yeah.
I did buy it. Yes. Somebody else pointed it out to me, and I thought, oh, that's a good idea. I might get that.
Well, it sounds like it might have the added benefit of being environmentally friendly because we're using things around the house.
Exactly. Well, and things like mending clothes.
Yes.
Children's winter pajamas can be lengthened by letting down the hems of the pants and sleeves. I used to do that all the time with my boys.
Did you?
I'd get to the point where they'd just have it fully down, because I couldn't be bothered actually just stitching it slightly.
No.
So, and you could even add, because the boys didn't care, you could have added some to it if you needed to.
Yeah.
Because they're saying letting down the hems of pants and sleeves and adding the tops of worn, stretchy socks. For the cuff to the bottom of the pants.
Yes.
What a great idea.
It is a good idea.
Yes, turning them into cosy ski pajamas.
Well, there you go.
I think that's a wonderful idea.
Now, Jo's getting out the needle and thread as we speak. And the socks. You want my socks, Jo?
Yes, I'll have your socks. Yeah, I'm not giving you my tights. You can't have those. Overalls and track pants that have become too short for your child can be lengthened with knitted cuffs in a rib of one. Oh, so now you do some
knitting.
Knitting.
Yes.
So rib of one plain, one pearl sewn to the bottom of the legs.
Oh.
In a toning colour that looks attractive.
Oh, it has to be attractive.
Hug the ankles and provide extra wool. Because I've been given some extra wool, which we must, which I must give to you for our knit and natters, which we haven't had, and we do plan to.
Yes.
But there you go.
There you go. So, and as you are pulling out that book, one day we hope that people will be pulling out our books. Well,
yes.
Your book.
Yes.
And our book.
Yes.
Because Jo's very clever. I mean,
she's so clever.
So she's co-writing 2 books.
Yes. Yeah. Although we haven't been doing a lot on ours, but of late.
Don't tell anyone.
Although we have been adding things through our radio show to the
because
the
we
book.
thought we're not really getting to the book. We've got so much going on. But we could talk about certain topics that we'd like to on radio that we'd like to go into the book, and that's like being what's the word?
Multitasking or no?
Well, I'm thinking repurposing, but there's another one.
There is
efficient.
Another word. Yes,
resourceful.
Yes, all those things. Yes, which this book is.
Yes,
definitely.
well, and also, while I'm speaking about this, what would people like us to have in our book?
Oh, that would be good to know, wouldn't it?
Would be good to know.
Because we know what we think would be good, and is that what everyone else thinks would be good? We've got to ask that question.
That's right. And we are thinking it'll be one of those, like you just did then.
Yes.
And we often do with Deborah Pascoe's book and a couple of other people. It's a pick it up, put it down book. You don't have to read it cover to cover.
No.
You just open it up and you get some inspiration or wisdom for the day from the grey-haired wise ladies.
That's right.
Didn't say old, did I?
No, you did not. No, I think the wise ladies with grey hair.
Yes, that's enough.
Yes, absolutely. And then, again, this one's great. I mean, it talks about, even talks about helping out with playtime. Oh, let's see what they say about playtime. Because I'm sure I've shared this already, but for those who haven't heard, one of the things that I did, which the lady who lived next door, she was very creative, and I think she had a book on wacky things you could do with the kids. So one of them was to walk around the streets with, don't just wander everywhere, but go around the block in your pajamas.
Oh, yes.
Right. So
yes, you're a fun mum, aren't you?
that was one thing we did. And then, but the other one that I really enjoyed, which I don't think any of the kids remember, which is very sad because I do, is that I baked a cake. Well, that in itself is a feat. And then took it outside and put it on must have put some plastic on the ground, I guess. Anyway, put it on the ground, and we had to eat it with the hands behind our backs.
Oh.
And the kids thought that was so much fun. But jigsaw puzzles. And, I don't know, a good idea for keeping your children amused on a rainy day is to make a photo album, especially for them.
That's a good idea.
That is a good idea.
Speaking of photo albums, because, we got into, scrapbooking at one point. And so I've got a number of albums that I did. And my kids really value looking through the albums. And so we, every now and then when we're together, they'll pull them out. Well, my dad came over on the weekend, and he went straight for the photo albums.
Oh, wow.
I know. Shane was like, what? So we sat there and
isn't that nice?
As he was flipping through and talked about what was going on at that time.
Did you ask him why he went there?
I didn't ask him. And it was just a casual, come over and let's have a couple of games of Rummy Cub. And Shane did his usual baking, and so we enjoyed some baked goods from Shane. And and photo album. Yeah. Looking. So Dad found some old, the old video cameras, and he put them he got them transferred to electronic.
Yep.
So I think he's just in that, maybe he's just looking over old memories mode. And I found some the other day too on old video camera videos, which I need to now move over.
Transfer,
so yes. So we're just reminiscing, I suppose.
Yes.
My husband has sent me a message, and I'm thinking, is this just for later or?
Well, okay. Is it G-rated?
He sent me this. So pickled purslane recipe. So purslane is a plant, and I'm like, why has he sent me this? But he says we have an abundance, I think, and I'll use my photo recognition app to confirm. So, okay. So he sent me a recipe for something that's growing in our garden as a weed.
Oh.
So we're into this now.
Right.
Yes, we're like, okay, this is growing everywhere. It looks completely useless.
Yes.
Let's find out if we can use it for something.
Okay, cool. Because do you know that there's an app that you can get? I saw this.
That's what he said.
Oh, that's what he was saying.
That's what he's saying.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Well, that's right. You can go up to it and it'll tell you if it's danger, Will Robinson, do not eat it, or go for it.
Yeah, and I think most of them is go for it, because if it's native to the area, then again, I think there's must be a use for it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Cool. Well, that'll be good. So you'll have so many things that you can add to
I'm going to be giving
your recipes.
I'll be giving you some pickled purslane, Jo.
Oh, that sounds very interesting. I'll be interested to eat some pickled purslane.
Yes.
Where was I yesterday? I was at my third son James's place and his fiancée Jackie, and she'd made the most delicious dal. And
good on you, dal.
Yes, that's right, dal for the dal. And she had some homemade pickle from her uncle, which smelt delicious, but I decided it would have been better on cheese. Cheese and pickle is yummy.
Yes, definitely.
So I didn't have it with the dal. I thought the dal was perfect on its own. It didn't need anything else. But yes, I don't know why I thought of that. Something to do with the pickle.
Purslane.
Yes,
yeah, exactly. Yes.
All right. So what do you think? Does this app also tell you how you can then use it?
Well, yes, I think. I think it tells you what it is,
Right.
and then you can go Googling what to do.
Yes,
Yeah, I
okay.
think that's what he's done.
Yeah.
You've been listening to the Two Natural Ladies podcast. Visit twonaturalladies.com.au for more information. Thanks for joining us.